Hello there and welcome to my channel, Novice Modelling in a Midlife Crisis. My name is Andy and today, as you can see, we've got a copy of Panzer Colours in front of you, which is basically a 1970s, 1980s book detailing camouflage of the German Panzer Forces 1939 to 1945. For those of you who were not around during the time of the internet, this is where a lot of kit builders got a lot of their inspiration from for painting up German armoured units in the 70s, 80s and possibly I suppose the early 90s as well. It's also part of a series which is Panzer Colours 2 and Panzer Colours 3, of which I have secured copies of all. Now what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to do a quick flick through of the pages. I'm not really going to do an awful lot of talking. I suppose the general idea is that I flick through the pages and don't say much, and then you can actually well, look at the book at your leisure, I suppose. It's a OOP book, which basically means it's out of print, so I don't think I'm infringing on any sort of copyright laws or anything like that, because you can't buy it anymore. So here we go. Like I say, I'm not really going to say an awful lot. I'll just let the pages do the talking, basically. So it's by Bruce Culver and Bill Murphy, sorry. And as we can see, 1976 Squadron Signal Publications, 1115 Cowley Drive, Carrollton, Texas. So that's when it was originally printed. Here we have the introduction. Try to keep my fingers out of the way. The section on interior colours, methods of application, weathering, German camouflage, World War II introduction, 1918 to 1934, pre-war period, 1939 to 1939, early war period, 1939 to 1940. Obviously there's a lot of black and white photographs in here which aren't really that much use, but it does get to some rather nice colour plates a little bit later on. We have Barbarossa, Russia 1941. Winter 1941. Some interesting camouflage there. All field applied. Kind of looks like someone's attacked it with a rather large amount of chalk. Spring 1942. Winter 1942. Dutch's Africa Corps, North Africa 1941 to 1943. And here we come to some of our first colour plates. Pre-war and Polish campaign 1934 to 1939. French campaign 1940, French and Russian campaigns 1940 to 1941. Russian campaign 1941-42 winter. This is where the camouflage starts getting a little bit interesting with lots of squirrelies and stripes. That's a pretty cool one on that Panzer III. Russian campaign winter and spring 1941 to 1942. North African Campaign 1941 and North African Campaign 1941 to 1942. It's quite an interesting colour scheme on that one. And we got a SDKFZ 263 getting dug in. I kind of like that as well with the roof awning or the aerial awning. North African Campaign 1942 to 43. Interesting captured M3 half-track. And the first usage of the Tiger 1 in Africa. Introduction of 3 colour camouflages 1943 to 45. There's a rather nice looking Hummel 15cm self-propelled gun. An armoured half-track with the Nebelwerfer attachment. And we've got some Marders. I captured T-34 76. What I call Schwimmwagen. And it's the RSO multi-tracked vehicle. And moving on to the section on Zimmerit paste. And that's how you can, the best way to camouflage a half-track is stick a small car on top of it. Makes it look like a car from the road, obviously. I kind of like that idea. I might do that myself one day. Russian Campaign 1942 to 43. As I captured T-34 76. Interesting over white on a Tiger. Now these books normally cost sort of between, I picked these up for about 15 to 20 quid each. I'm not too sure, what they cost around the world. Obviously, I think this was more issued in the US and then possibly the UK and Europe. There's a nice double colour plate there. Russian Campaign 1943. It's an interesting Su-85 captured. There's a nice Panther there. Russian Campaign and Occupation Forces 1943 to 44. Another nice Panther. Those are really sort of artistic guys had to go at the armour plates on that Stug. That's quite an interesting camo pattern on that. I think that's a radio car maybe. There's a Berger Panther recovery unit. It's a nice one. Western and Italian Campaigns 1943 to 44. Interesting white top on a horse ambulance. That's a really nice pattern there on that Stug 3. Well, like I say, these books are rather expensive, so I mean, I am obviously giving you a total freebie here. I do actually have a Buy Me a Coffee account. don't really know what it's all about. I only opened it the other day. So if you'd like to buy me a coffee in return for sharing this and the other 3, I'll put a link in the description bar at the bottom, and you can buy me a coffee. And I can promise you I will spend it on wine or beer, because that's what keeps me going when I'm building models. Here we have the Western Eastern campaigns, 1944 to 45. Really cool looking Tiger II from France, 1944. There's a section on foliage on vehicles and how they used to attach branches and what have you. Look at that, that's Stug 3 on a French village. Not really the right sort of camouflage, that I suppose. That looks like it's got half a bloody tree on it. It's really effective. You'd never see that if you're coming around the corner in a Jeep. It's very effective as well. That's almost invisible. Oh, the end. There we go. Oh, it's not the end, it's just nearly the end. It's a nice Hetzer being inspected by some American GIs there. And we've got a Sherman in German service as well. Sherman VC Firefly. It's a Tiger killer. And that's kind of the end there. There's all your detritus of war, if you like. And there we go. So, like I said, that's today's walkthrough book. Next week, around about the same time, I'll be doing Panzer Colours 2. And then the following week, I'll do Panzer Colours 3. Like I said, if you want to buy me a coffee, feel free. I'll spend it on wine. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful, informative or interesting. Please do like and subscribe. We're going to be building some models, reviewing models and talking models over the next 8 years because I have hundreds of models. Thanks for joining me. Be seeing you.